All right, here with Coach Tony Reiboldt, Southridge Suns. The sun is out for sure. Talk about what you guys did this summer to prepare for the season.
Well, we had good turnout throughout our spring practices going to camp. We went up to Eastern and got in some competitive situations where we were able to see some strengths and some weaknesses, and we like what we saw coming out of Eastern.
Talk about the makeup of your team this year. Do you feel like you have a identity? I know it's early, but is it more offensive, more defensive, or what do you think the combination of your team is?
Well, we feel like we got some skill guys. They're going to be able to run around. We got our 4x100 team. All the kids can run really well, so you'll see us being a little bit more explosive. In the past, we've tried to pound a little bit. We've replacing Caden Diaz, who's a pretty strong runner for us, but we don't miss any steps with Maceo stepping in and carrying the load at the running back position. But then our receiving core is pretty quick, so we look to be pretty explosive on offense.
Talk about this group of seniors. A great group last year with Caden and Bryce and Brendan. Talk about this year's group of seniors.
Well, these guys were strong from when they came in. They're a real tight-knit group. They do everything together, and they get along and they work hard together. So it's an exciting group to be able to coach because we know they're very talented. They have a lot of skill and they've got a lot of ability. It's just being able to put it on the field all together, and I think that we'll be all right with it.
I asked about your quarterback scenario. I know it's still kind of early in camp, still figuring that out. Even might run some different guys out there during the first couple games. Talk about your quarterback position.
Well, you've got Connor Grigg, who started as a sophomore. Well, about week 3, he played the last 2/3 of our season when he was a sophomore, and then Jair. Ely Thomas came in this last year as junior and won that job, but Jair got injured with 3 games left in the season. And Connor stepped in and really, he did a great job. Right now it's we're encouraging competition. And talking with our quarterback coach Jason DeVere and offensive coordinator, his assessment right now, we don't know. And that's a good problem to have. I mean, between the two, they've got 2 years of varsity experience. They both have definite skill sets. One's a little bit faster than the other one's a little bit more vocal than the other, but between the two, we think that we kind of have a two-headed dragon a little bit. We're not going to miss a step with either of them, so we're excited to see how it plays out through the next couple of weeks.
Now you open with Moses Lake, then you have Meade, then you have Kennewick, and then you have Chiawana. It never slows down, never stops. Probably feel like you got to start pretty well this year out of the gate. Just talk about those first couple games.
It's definitely a tough start. I mean, to turn around and look at having in 4 games having 3 4A games against programs that are really, really strong, and then you got Kennewick right there, and we all know what they're capable of. So we feel like our schedule is as tough as anybody. But we wouldn't want it anywhere else, any other way. When we looked at our schedule, we explored some options with playing some 2A schools, and we didn't want that. We wanted to play some schools that were going to push us, and so we were excited about the opportunity to play those guys and to have those tough games right at the get-go.
Any kids that have really excelled this summer, maybe new kids because we haven't heard about that you think are going to be significant contributors to the Southridge Suns?
Like I was talking about with our 4x100 team, we've got some speed on the edge and in the secondary. Tanner Pope is an explosive receiver. I mean, he's fast. So he's going to stretch the field vertically. Brandon Zane is another kid that's on that 4x100 team, and he's more of a slot type guy. He's a possession guy, but if he catches it, he can scoot. On top of that, you got to talk about Maceo. Maceo, plays running back for us, but at camp he took a lot of reps working with the receiver coaches, and he was out in some empty sets catching the ball at receiver, and it's as explosive as it gets. So we're excited to be able to unveil that speed and that explosiveness, and it's kind of like watching Eastern play Sam Houston State, where on any play you can go, and we're kind of wanting to look to some of that with our offense.
All right, Coach. Well, looking forward to seeing the finished product out there on the field.
We are too, man. These guys are. It's only been the second day of pads, and they're ready to hit someone else already. So we're excited about it.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.